Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll take a look at some fundamental concepts in Python programming. First thing I want to define is a variable. A variable is like a bucket that can contain some piece of data. So in this video, we'll take a look at string variables. So let's say you have, I just want to pick a proverb or a saying, if you will, and just call it S as the name of the variable. So any variable must have a name. And I'm just going to say all is well that ends well. Okay, so that's a saying, and that's a piece of string here, and I have enclosed that within double quotes, and that's how you enclose any string, and you assign that to a variable called S, and when you press enter, the variable now contains this string. There are two ways to find that out. One thing you can do is you can just type the variable name and press enter, and it will return the string. Notice that the string is now saved with a single quote instead of a double quote. You can also print the variable using the print function. So if you do that, type print and within parenthesis enclose the variable within a print command, and it will then, when you press enter, it will just print out the statement. You can also put the variable inside single quotes if you want, and it'll still work. There it is. So next, what if you want to make put some kind of a single quote inside your string? So supposing instead of saying all is well, if you want to say all's well that ends well. Now this is slightly problematic. The problem is that now Python is going to look at this and this as the two single quotes that are enclosing your string, and everything coming afterward will be seen as an error. And you can see that the color has changed here in the idle as well, so that gives you some indication that not all is well. So if you press enter now, it will say invalid syntax. The way to fix that is to put a backslash or an escape character. You can escape the single quote, and that will now tell Python that you should treat this combination of escape and single quote as just a single quote. So if you do that, then there's no error now. You can type S or you can type print S, and it'll print it correctly. Notice the difference. When you say S, it'll just do a dump of everything that's there, including the double quotes. Well, and if you do a print S, then it's going to just print the string alone without the quotes. Another way to solve this problem is to use double quotes here as a to enclose your string, in which case you don't need to use a backslash before the single quotes. So if you define it now, and if you print this, then it'll just print fine. Another way to be able to include all kinds of single quotes and double quotes in your string is to use three single quotes one after the other. So I'm just going to delete this double quote, put three single quotes. If you do that, then you can use any combination of single quotes and double quotes inside your string, and it'll just work fine. So if you just type now, if you type this, then it's just going to print everything in your string, treating every character, every single quote and double quote as if it's just a string character, and you can just print it out like that. Another use for these three single quotes is if you want to use, if you want to have a multi-line string. So for example, if you want to do something like this, so instead of saying that, at this point, supposing you want to press enter and type in the next line like this, it will say error. So what you can do is you can say S equals three single quotes, all's well that ends well, and put three single quotes again and press enter, and now you have a well formatted multi-line string. If you just look at the character in the raw, if you just look at the string as it is, instead of using the print function, you'll see something interesting. You'll see this \n character. That is the new line character. There's an invisible character that is placed here, that is interpreted by the print command to mean that you need to insert the next set of characters in a new line. So \n stands for new line. So that's a way of telling the computer to print everything that comes afterward in a new line. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you for watching.